neighbors. My shirt is inside out. Welcome to another production of the program. Or backwards. Oh. Which one is it? It's Saturday. And I made it back to Saturday. From last Saturday. And every other Saturday from before that. How many Saturdays can make it through? What happens here on the program? Except we turn on the machines and then we live forever. Every day, once a day, every day. It's like a thing that happens like daily. You know, like annual, there's annually, biannually, monthly, bi-monthly. Well, is there like every 100 years? Centennially? I do this about every 100 years or so. This is a tradition I have. I do it every 100 years. This is a tradition I have, and I do it every day. It's like a holiday, but it's like a holiday hour. It's like the Christmas of the day. My friends out there in TV land, thank you for joining me in this very difficult time. Things aren't getting any easier every day. You know, seems like maybe every day is worse. It's like, is this the worst day of my life? And you know, like as things get bad, it's banal, and it's like the tragedies of life are just like slow and depressing. You know, you always thought that when it all was gonna be maybe like you imagine the rapture, where you know, this God takes the sinners to hell, or I don't know what happens in the rapture. So like, where it's quick. I think it's supposed to be quick. Or like, you know, the everybody's talking about the zombies, and that's like, whoa, look, I'm fighting. There's a fight with guns. This is just like, oh, every day. Every day is a struggle. Viewers, don't you know? I should be more pepped up. What's wrong? You can call the number up there, 360-364. Get yourself on TV, leave a message. You can go to YDHWM.com. Join the Zoom, that's what I'm doing right now. I still don't know how to get on there without using the website link, so what I do is go to YDHWM.com and then follow the Zoom link to get there. Let's see if anybody's on the Zoom today. And we'll see if anybody's on the phone, left the messages like I think that I said to do. Yesterday I did the program at, oh, I didn't move the thing. Yesterday the program at about 8:45 on Friday. And then I went to work today again. And I was here, living, just doing things. Yeah, looks like nobody's on the Zoom. Anybody on the phones? Man, what a world. You know what I'm talking about, viewers. It's a crazy world out there that we're living in these days. Let's see. Oh, Gene left a message. Too late to call her back. Yeah, the world is so crazy. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the house. I'm not leaving the block. I'm just doing this thing over and over every day. I don't know. I'm not experiencing new things, so I'm trying to like it's like the same kind of things over and over. And so maybe I gotta like get way up in there, in my psyche to try to dig out new information that's like from before. Because before I was going out into the world, having things, seeing things, witnessing things, maybe having new topics or new ideas. But now I'm just gotta connect the ideas that are already in there.
Hello, program. This is Jean Squires calling you from a landline at the house where I'm staying. I figured out the number.
Oh.
Here's the number
Oh.
that you could call me back at. 802 93138. Maybe I'll be up. Probably not. Maybe. But then maybe I'll try to be back here tomorrow at 8. I'll call you if that's the case. Or
Coming up.
hope you're having a very nice time in life. Goodbye.
Sounds like you want me to ring you anyway. Yeah, did you phone me? I'm gonna phone Gene now. Let's see if Google Voice picked up the number correctly. I don't know how we're gonna know. Calling a landline. What happens is it just rings forever when you have a landline. Yeah, maybe. So that's too much ringing. All right, here, let's call Grandma. I'm kicking things off with Grandma today. Sometimes we'll call Grandma later on, but I'm getting right to it today.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Grandma.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. You want to talk to Andrew?
Yeah, well, I called to talk to you first.
Okay,
So.
just a minute.
Okay.
Andrew! Yeah. Where are you? What? Come on, you go talk to him.
Hang up the phone, Grandma. Hang up the phone.
You talk? Where are you?
Hang up the phone.
You're home? Okay, I go hang up.
Hang up.
Okay. You drinking water, Grandma? Hello?
Yeah.
Does she have water, Andrew?
Yeah.
All right. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. It's real crazy sounding.
Making dinner.
Where are you from?
What?
Where is it?
I'm making shepherd's pie. I never made it before.
Like ground
What?
beef, potatoes.
Yeah, but I have turkey. I just have a bunch of ground turkey.
Why?
It was because it was really cheap. And I'm trying to be healthy.
Healthy.
I'm gonna build muscle. Just eat a fuck ton of turkey, and then you get like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the secret? Not exercise?
Yeah, it was well, I don't know.
I think it's mostly the exercise.
Protein. Eat a lot of protein and then exercise both.
Well, eat a lot of protein, but like any kind of protein, any meat is protein.
Yeah. Even beef, but there's this diet where you eat a bunch of beef and rice,
Yeah.
and you get really buff.
We gotta exercise though.
Nah.
Otherwise, you just get really fat. That's like beefcake, like South Park.
Yeah, beefcake.
Beefcake is just really fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to exercise is the most important part of it, I think. I think it's actually probably more important than the diet thing. Everybody's so focused on the diet. Like, oh, I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to eat less stuff. It's like, well, if you just moved around a little bit, you'd probably lose the weight too.
Yeah.
Just don't eat it. Don't eat it as much, and then
Well, I exercise for a living.
Yeah, but don't eat too much sugar. People are really too much on these diet things. I don't believe in them.
Just make sure you just don't drink actual like soda for.
Yeah, just don't drink soda and don't eat too much sugar and don't eat too much in general. Like.
Yeah, people. Yeah, a lot of people just drink like a whole lot of actual soda, and that's just like drinking like candy.
Yeah, soda is real crazy.
Liquid candy.
I used to, and it's kind of weird because it doesn't. It seems like, what do you think is gonna make you fat? Seems like maybe it would be, grease.
Yeah.
But really, grease doesn't make you fat. Grease goes right through you, or you.
Grease, no, it's healthy. Grease can be good for you.
Yeah, grease not too bad. It's the sugar.
The sugar.
It's sugar.
That's not natural at all.
Yeah, but it just like somehow makes you fat. Like drinking, it doesn't make sense because it's a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how could this liquid make me fat? But somehow it does.
Because it's full of syrup.
Yeah, it's like corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of corn syrup in it.
Oh my god. I remember I was seeing just like one of the biggest guys I've ever seen on the bus. Like, I don't want to fat shame, but this guy was like, oh my god, like, whoa.
And he actually got on the bus?
Yeah, he got on the bus, but barely, but he was like drinking a soda, like sitting there, like in front of me,
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I'm going to smack it out of his hand. Stop it! Like,
yeah.
oh my god! Like, yeah.
Stop drinking all that soda.
Yeah, water. Drink water. It's like, don't do that in front of me. Like, I can see you getting bigger in front of right while you're drinking that thing. It's like crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I'm already this big. I need the calories now.
Yeah, it's like you could. Well, I don't know if you don't eat, but you could just like not eat. People eat a lot of food. I've been eating way less food than normal.
The people who are so fat they can't get out of bed, they start saying that they need a certain amount of calories to survive every day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well,
You don't need it. You're just fucking fat. Calm down.
yeah. I mean, I couldn't eat that if I tried. Hello, Gene.
Hello.
Gene's on Zoom, Andrew.
Hi.
Why are you in the dark?
I guess I can turn on a light.
Well, you don't have to. Is it bedtime? You sleeping?
I'm not. I have candles around.
Can't see him.
Here's my candle.
There, I can see you now. A little bit. Don't drink soda, Gene. Soda makes you...
I've been listening to you. I just went to the bathroom to listen to you guys. I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's all about moving. That's...
Yeah.
Also has this nice benefit to feel not crazy and good.
Like, I'm going on this crazy diet, and it's like, but are you like moving at all? Like, no, I'm just eating less. Like,
yeah, that's yeah. So,
you just gotta
it's
exercise.
so sad to not eat too. Like, eating is such a joy.
Yeah.
And you exercise a lot, then you can just eat whatever you want. You can even eat sugar.
Yeah.
But you know what? Big update. I've been doing some landscaping work. So I worked 3 days in a row.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, they have there's a cooler with drinks in it, like kombucha. And it's too sweet. It's crazy to drink a whole big...
Well, you get addicted to sugar, and then you need it, and then everything tastes bad because all you do is drink sugar, and then you get addicted, and then you like can't stop it, and you can't drink regular water anymore. But if I drink now, I haven't drinking soda in so long. If I taste soda, I'm like kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ever actually drink carbonated water, it's really not that bad.
I like carbonated water. I drink it. The Croix.
Yeah, that actually made me want to drink. The Croix made me actually rethink carbonated water. I used to think it was gross, but it's actually healthy.
It's not bad. I just like regular straight up water though.
Yeah, straight up water is really good.
It's good. It's good for you.
So when you feel like you need it and then you have it, oh.
You know how to gauge if you're like really stoned?
How
good water tastes.
Whoa.
That's good.
How stoned are you?
Water's like really good tasting, man.
This is the best water I've ever had. What if you're not stoned, the water is just like unpalatable?
I don't know.
One time I went running for a long time, and then afterwards, I guess I was just really stoned.
Well, yeah, that's what they say.
Just because I wanted to drink so much water, you know?
Oh, yeah? I guess. I don't know.
You know if you're really stoned, you just gotta feel it, man. You just gotta feel it. It's just a feeling. Yeah, what are you cooking the food? Shepherd's pie with turkey. You got peas?
Yeah.
Peas and potatoes, and it's supposed to be ground beef usually, and then what? Just put it in the oven?
Yep. That's right.
I think meatloaf is good. Meatloaf, we had meatloaf with turkey meat, and it was not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know with turkey meat because I feel like you really have to be tricky to make it taste good enough. But I recognize that it's a healthy option that a lot of people. And cheap, yeah, cheap. I hear that.
Yeah, turkey.
Yeah.
I've never tried. I don't think I've ever had ground turkey. I'd rather. I don't know. I wouldn't eat ground turkey. I guess I'd eat regular turkey maybe. Ground turkey seems weird. I don't like anything that's a substitute. Why is it has to be a substitute? Like, you make your own thing that's like supposed to have turkey in it?
It's cheaper than regular beef too. It was $5 for 3 pounds.
Really?
That's why I bought a bunch of. I bought like 3 or 4 packs.
Yeah, because beef is like almost $9 a pound right now, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe.
It used to be $3 a pound, but now it's $9 a pound.
Yes.
Jeez.
How's Grandma doing?
Fine.
Same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Alright.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. The world is like, I don't know if you heard me in the beginning. You're live on YouTube right now, Andrew.
Yeah.
Like the world is like, seems so dark and kind of weird right now, but also boring as hell. Like, who would have thought that it's just like this like tragedy, world tragedy, craziness, and then it's just like, just like a trudging through life, like day to day. Because like, seems like maybe there's gonna be a tragedy, then at least you can be like dodging monsters or something, you know? Like looking over your shoulder for monsters, but instead it's just like, I'm gonna sleep all day.
Pending doom.
Yeah, this is like slow impending doom instead of anything that you can fight. Cause yeah. But
That's
what's
weird.
new? What's new? I've kind of had this impending doom. I mean, it's always there, but now it's just like bigger. It's like more. So what am I doing? I've been in a bit of a state of shell. Like I think today I thought of maybe I'm doing shell shock where I'm just like, you know, like
That sounds fun.
where I'm like,
Joker?
yeah, I'm laughing like the Joker, or like just like laughing at your own like the world's misfortune or something. It's just like,
Yeah.
really another thing on top of another thing. So many things. But then at the same time, where I personally have not been affected by it, and I'm
You only benefited like a lot.
yeah. So like personally, I'm doing fine.
You're doing more than fine.
Yeah. Maybe. But the world is getting weird, so it's a weird thing to do. Everybody, I feel like that. I don't know. Are you stressed? You feel stressed? The whole world is extra stressed, and we can acknowledge that, I guess, as a world.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm like that. Maybe I gotta sleep. I should like develop better sleeping habits or anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna just ride it out. But that's like already my plan for life, I guess. Like,
Take your vitamins.
huh?
Vitamins.
Vitamins? Yeah.
Yeah, write it out like life. That's right.
Yeah, ride it out like everything else. What did you eat for dinner, Gene?
I don't know. Pass it on. Pass to you.
Patsy, you, huh? You go to a place?
My parents got takeout. And I got
Oh.
to have. Yep, and I just put some leftovers in the fridge. I almost forgot them in the car. So I was very happy. That's where I was when you called the landline.
You were at your parents' house?
No, I was getting the leftovers in the car.
Oh, okay. And that thing just rings forever, right?
What?
It just rings forever? The landline just
know.
rings forever if you don't have an answering machine.
It didn't have an answering machine? It looks like there's 20 on it. Full, something like that.
Andrew, Grandma hasn't had any incidents since the last time?
No.
Because I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said that they were watching the episode where we were talking about she had an incident, and they got really freaked out because you called it death.
Yeah.
They're like, "Did your grandma die?" Like they were really freaked out because you said that she died.
Yeah, she did die.
You think so?
No. Maybe. I saw the look of death in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's this unconscious note. She just like has bad blood pressure, so she can fall unconscious. Like they're still alive. I don't think she like.
I was like, she just died for 5 seconds. That's okay. That's what I said.
Yeah. But then she woke back up.
That's pretty good. Thanks a lot, viewers. You've got thanks for the concern, but she's okay.
Yeah. They were freaked out. People are watching. I actually yeah. It's so people. Their grandma's doing about as fine as everything else.
Yeah, she's all right. Viewers, don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is like some of the lessons I'm like learning from my own past. I always told people that like that when you say hi, how are you? I'm not actually asking you how you are. I'm just saying hello. It's a greeting. That's like our little thing, and then we're gonna get into it. And you can so you got to say fine because you don't want to say bad. But then you say hi, how are you? And then you say I'm fine. How are you? Fine. And then you say I am completely going crazy. You know, like after.
Gotcha.
I'm doing fine, but really, whoa! What are you gonna do tomorrow? And you gotta work at night?
Yeah, I gotta work in the afternoon too, I guess.
What, at the market?
Market? Yeah.
Is it open now? It's like summer hours. Are they back open like more?
Yeah.
How is it there? I mean, masks are mandatory now. Whoa, what happened? Big moth. Oh. Feedback.
Very powerful.
Are you watching on YouTube, Andrew?
No.
Oh, go watch it on YouTube.
How hot did I make it?
How hot? Did you pre-cook the turkey?
Yeah.
I would say 375 degrees.
375.
I would say cook it at 375 for like a while, and then crank it up to like 450 for like the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That way you cook it through, and then you get a good crisp on it at the end.
Okay.
But I would always look it up on the internet to ask about recipes for times and stuff. Did you guys mash your own potatoes?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I did all this while I was talking to you just now.
Wow, you mashed the potatoes?
I think so. I think I mashed potatoes when I was cooking turkey in the air fryer. Air fryer is great.
Gene's in a scary cabin. It like looks like a scary movie to me.
It's delightful.
Yeah. I guess like the woods. Cabins in the woods, they're more horror movie than like outdoor adventure time for me.
Let's see. That's funny. It is funny.
What's Grandma watching, Andrew?
Japanese style?
Japanese channel, yeah. All right.
About this.
What is it?
There's limeade.
Limeade and mint?
Mint and limeade.
Limeade.
Yeah. Oh, it's for the I guess because it's sugar.
You're gonna put sugar in there. What's the landline look like, Gene? Is it like a phone with a hook?
Hey. Goodbye.
Bye, Andrew.
Awesome.
So wireless? Oh yeah, wireless phone, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like those kind of phones. You remember when I had one for the program? I was like talking to him on the phone the whole time.
Yeah.
That was
It
fun.
worked very well with it, though. Did you?
What?
I feel like it didn't amplify well and like pick it up well.
Yeah, it didn't sound great. It definitely sounded like I was like on the radio or something like far away. But
Right, so then you're talking to someone who was also on a phone.
Yeah.
They understand what you're saying.
Yeah, nobody could understand what I was saying, and then it was just a lot of what? Huh? What? Yeah. But that was fun. That was a good time for me. I don't know if anybody else was having a good time.
Yeah.
So you
Shake this.
make it
And then it's gonna be limeade.
minty limeade.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just put tequila.
Is that good? Oh, you got booze?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that good? It seems like mint and citrus don't go together.
Good for me.
It does?
What is a mojito? Is basically minty lime juice, isn't it?
I don't know, but what about like brushing your teeth after drinking orange juice?
It was different.
Like that's supposed to be like the worst thing that there is.
I think peppermint is what is in toothpaste, right? But then it's more of a spearmint.
Spearmint and peppermint, huh?
Is better.
So what kind of mint do you have?
I don't know, the weed. I took it.
But you don't know if it's spearmint or peppermint?
It's not peppermint. Definitely not peppermint.
Is it spearmint or is there just mint too?
There's all kinds of mint. There's so many. There's like a weird one, chocolate mint, that is sold because I think it propagates, it grows really well.
Yeah.
But then it's not useful because it's not, you don't want to put chocolate mint in your tea, you know.
No?
It doesn't.
It tastes like chocolate though? It sounds good.
Chocolate mint. It's not that good.
Sounds good. So it's worse than it sounds, huh? Because I like chocolate and mint are good. I really like Andes candies. You know those things?
I had one yesterday. I found it in my pocket, and it was melted, but I ate it anyway.
Wow. And how old was it?
What?
Where did it come from?
I have a lunchbox. I brought it to work with me, and I think I had gotten some candy, and I snuck it in the front pocket of it.
Yeah.
So I find it here. You see? There's my lunchbox.
Yeah.
And a Starburst. But the Andes mint's gone, and I think there's another thing too, but I eat them.
It was good, huh? It wasn't too old?
Nope. I think maybe it being melted freshened it up.
Yeah, it's probably been melted and unmelted lots of times.
Yeah. I want to put this candle out, but you know, it's hard. Some people squish it with their fingers. It seems like it'll hurt.
I think you gotta moisten your fingers first. I think it's the trick. People lick their fingers or they dip them in their water, and then you have a little bit of protection from with the liquid. Psh, steams off the liquid, and then you're fine.
That works great. Thank you, Kenny.
Did you do it?
I did it.
Oh, you didn't show it though, huh? You did it with your fingers?
Yeah.
You put it in
It's too much. I was worried. I couldn't focus the camera, and yeah.
You put your
I
fingers
got
in
it.
Liquid though?
I got it wet at the sink, and I walked over fast, and I squished it.
Wow.
It took times, but I did it. You know what? Here is another candle. Let's get it.
Oh
And
man.
look at
Birthdays. Too bad about no more blowing out candles. The whole everybody on the TV they're showing how the effective the masks are is by not being able to blow out candles. You know?
Wait, what are you talking? Wait, say this again.
Like
I'm scared. Oh, it worked.
you're scared?
You did that?
Oh, you did it. Yeah, wow. The commercials for masks show people blowing out candles and then not being able to blow out candles with the masks on.
Oh, I saw that Bill Nye science guy.
Yeah, I saw that one. I've seen a lot of other ones too, though, before that. And so if you got a candle, can't blow it out. So all those birthday cakes, everybody's just like blowing all over the cake, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like birthday cake, I just had like some cake.
Hey, yeah, I actually tried to do something with that today about blowing on something with a mask.
Uh-huh.
And it was a bug. I had like a bug on me.
Yeah.
And I was trying to close. I was like at a yard sale, so you have to wear masks all at the yard sales.
Yeah.
And like there's a bug crawling on me, and I'm like, I try my hardest to blow as hard as I can to blow the bug off, and it didn't even move. I had to like flick it off with my finger.
Well, that's probably better, but you shouldn't be trying to blow things anymore.
Yeah, I guess. Another one I heard about demonstrating or imagining the breath is like when you see somebody. Remember when it gets really cold and you can like see your breath and like you're just like regularly breathing.
Yeah.
That's your actual water vapor. That's literally the stuff that the coronavirus is carried by. Is the like what makes the cloud when you're
Yeah.
What a great image! That's so.
We've all seen that, so we all know what that is. Like,
Yeah. Look out for that stuff. Go ahead. Wear your mask. Don't blow out candles. No more birthday cakes.
My mother used to tell a story about the Crooked Mouth family who they couldn't blow out their birthday candles.
Because they had crooked mouth?
It's a longer story than that, but it was very silly.
Seems like if you had a crooked mouth, then you could blow. You'd have to turn to blow out the candles, but you could still do it.
Yeah, it seems like you could adjust. You'd probably learn.
Like I remember having a birthday party and we had pizza, and I think my friend laughed so hard he like spit all over the pizza, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that's gross!" And like maybe we didn't want to eat pizza afterwards. Maybe we did eat pizza. I can't remember.
Like it wears off. You get
cake is.
For a while, you're like, "Ew, that was gross," and then like after an hour, you're like, "That pizza's starting to look pretty good." Like,
yeah, I'm hungry again. But no, that's like the same thing. When you blow out the candles, you're basically spitting on your cake.
Yeah. I mean, I've eaten countless cakes that have probably just been like that. Just like so many cakes, just spit on cakes, I guess.
Yeah, spit on your cake.
It's like you share a little piece of you with everyone.
Hey, here's some of my birthday luck, like whatever it is. It's like maybe there was like some like immunization, like maybe sharing our like I used to believe in that, like when I was like eating slightly old things or eating things off the ground, people would be like, "That's gross," and I would say, "I'm strengthening my immune system."
Yeah.
It works up to a point. Okay, Go ahead, Gene. Go ahead.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm just quoting.
What actually happens, though, what doesn't kill you usually makes you much, much weaker.
I think Mr. Ginsu said it best, is he said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so it kills you."
Yeah.
No, really, I think there are certain things where like you're strengthening yourself. But I've heard things like with the coronavirus, you get it, and you're actually like, it like really weakens you to everything else, and your like lung capacity doesn't recover for a long time. Like it's not like you weak, it's like making you weaker.
It doesn't seem like it good.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. Lots of stuff. I'm hearing brain damage now, something like that too.
Blood clots. That's like the main thing. It clots you everywhere. You get clotted in every. Like people who die from it, there's like clots in every organ.
Oh,
sorry, I shouldn't be freaking you out more, I guess.
What am I gonna do? Well, I don't know. I'm like pretty close to quitting life and never leaving the basement again.
I think I read one article about how it's like, oh dear. It's a little fuzzy. I think it's the
I'm going to work. I had to tell my coworkers about like I'm like I've been like the mask police up, and they are I think they're trying to hide. They're beginning to like hide from me because I'm the mask police. So they're like going around the corner to adjust the masks, or they're like when I'm not there, they're just like rubbing themselves the whole time. I believe now.
Like when you're not there, they're just like,
yeah,
touching their face.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I'm like the mask police, and I don't think they're getting this. But I was like, you don't know how close I am to like becoming a basement person. They're like, well, yeah, somebody was like trying to confront me about it today. They're like, yeah, you can. You know, everybody's doing it like when you're not looking instead of the other time. I was like, yeah, I do know.
God.
I do know that, but still, I don't want to see it. I guess if I don't have to see it, people are still doing other things.
They're probably doing it less because of your influence, though. They're definitely doing it less.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It makes me want to be a basement person.
It's nice to see your eyebrows. I think your eyebrows are really back, looking strong.
They grew back. You know, it was there. It was no problem at all.
Great, nice work. And no sweat dripped in your eyes while you didn't have
it was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think now, though, this is what happened. Is like, I shaved them off like maybe like a week, 2 weeks before, like, you know, like Memorial Day, which is like, now it's like George Floyd Day, every time. It's going to roll it back around, I feel like.
Yeah.
But like, we're in this point of the quarantine and the pandemic where we could be like trying to have a little bit of fun. We're like, oh, I know this is bad and everything is sad and everything, but maybe we can just play some games. Like, I'll shave off my eyebrows and we'll do some kind of stuff, and we'll say like, wow, we're having a bad time in life, but at least we're gonna try to keep things a little light.
Zany.
At least we're having fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but then like 2 weeks later, just like civil rest, and I'm like sitting there with no eyebrows. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, the equality. There's no
man.
equality in the world anymore. So that was the time.
Anymore. I mean,
ever.
Memorial.
There's no equality. I guess maybe there never was. Maybe,
No, I think it's
maybe before the when we were like when all people were indigenous people, because there was no, like, I don't know how that worked.
Colonizers, like way back, like infinitely far ago.
Yeah, like when everybody started out, like however, like at some point, like it was all. I think we all came from Africa. We're descended from black people in Africa, like way back, and then somehow we got all over the world. Like, I don't know how that happened.
No, and then people like started. I mean, everyone's like thinks the way that they do things is the best way, but then when they're like, then try to apply that to other people, you know, that's like what colonization was they're like, hey, we found these people, and they're not doing things the right way like we are. We got to help them and make them do it the other way, and then they like that way they like remove their culture. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, it might not ever have been like as close to being equal as it is, but the more we learn about the way this goes, the more we realize that like human nature has created these weird things that we have to battle against constantly, basically. Like, we have things in our minds that are trying to like make us think that we're better than other people, or like that we're in some kind of hierarchical situation or something. And those things are like part of what has helped us survive in like times where we needed that or something. But we need to like shut those things off. Like, we need to evolve, or it's not even evolution, because this is like stuff that evolution has left behind, sort of. But it's like the tail, like basically like racism, white supremacy, all these things where we're like making other people be different in a funny way.
Okay, back to you, Charlie.
Wow.
I was queuing up the tape.
I think this stuff is vestigial, and but it's part of our nature in a sense, and so we need to use logic to get rid of it. We need to like intentionally look at what we've been doing by like nature and get rid of it.
Get rid of that stuff. Be nice to each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like that's all still happening. The weight of the world is. Do you think the weight of the world is like it's like getting heavier, or is it just me? Like, or is this like I'm just like looking around and maybe I'm projecting, but I'm just like, is everybody feeling this crazy thing like more and more every day? It's like the weight is getting stronger and just like getting like I've been saying that it's depressed, but maybe not like in the psychological sense, but in like the tongue depressor. Like I'm a tongue being depressed, you know?
Oh yeah.
like like there's actually.
I think some people are better at ignoring it. They're like doing the weird ignorance is bliss thing.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like it's not getting better yet. I mean, there are a lot of things that have happened that are, especially in the social justice thing, where it's like there's small victories, but there's a lot more work to do. And in America, at least, the coronavirus thing is not getting better, and the rest of the world is noticing we can't go to other countries. Like, we're stuck in America.
I am not going to go to any other countries anyway.
the people who want to go to countries. Let me go.
They shouldn't have been going at all. Nobody should be traveling. Like if everybody was doing what I have been saying that we were doing, and which I'm kind of doing now finally, is then it would have been like, I guess
nobody's gonna do that. That's not how people want to do things.
Yeah, I know they're not going to, but
that would have worked. They should have done it. But
should have.
Hey, can I? Oh,
what?
Please go ahead, Gene.
I don't feel more depressed or panicked. I felt more depressed and panicked last year at this time.
Really?
I was seeing inequity and no one else was seeing it. And no one else was feeling any action or momentum towards it. So for me, I feel like coronavirus is a disaster, but at least it's a disaster that hits everyone, where poverty and systematic racism and continued colonialism and just the total squashing of just like the winning of capitalism was totally unquestioned. And so I felt more hopeless last year than this year, and at least everyone learned coronavirus is but of course it's not hitting people evenly, and that's the shittiest part. It's that the people who are forced to work the essential jobs, and anyway. But now that it's coming back, and it's all idiots who are respecting it and who have been fooled by Trump, I'm sort of well, fuck them. Unfortunately, it's affecting everyone. That feeds it all. But anyway, so that's how I am. I'm not feeling heavier. I felt heavier last year. But that's also who I was around, or, the water I was in.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
I think I've gotten used to the feeling of everything being totally fucked in the world. Is like we had the windows broken at the job I work at on 4th of July, and now when the customers come in, they're constantly like, "Wow, I'm so sorry about your windows." Like, "Wow, oh, you guys got your windows broken. That's pretty. Wow." I'm just I don't even think about it anymore. It's I'm definitely desensitized to the parts that don't seem to matter as much, I don't know, it's weird.
Were the people working when they broke the windows?
Huh?
Were the people working when they broke the windows, or you closed on 4th of July?
No, it was in the middle of the night.
Oh.
And City Hall got busted up, and Orca Books too.
Yeah.
And a bunch of places. It's actually, that one I don't know. I actually have there's
you get that hammer in front of you too, huh?
Conspiracy theories about it. Because a lot of the businesses that got busted up that are local businesses signed a anti-militia bill, anti-militia thing. So it's it could be not, I don't know. Who knows?
All right. Well, here's a message to the future. Hey, future, it's us the past.
Hey, yeah, it's the apocalypse, but it's the boring apocalypse.
Yeah. Freddy's got a hammer.
Wait, what?
Freddy's got a hammer.
I had on the porch last night. It was so nice. I might do it this time. Uh-oh.
Andrew's making shepherd's pie. Gene's got candles.
Yeah, it's 7-Eleven.
All right, back future. Yeah, it would be free Slurpee Day if anybody was interested in that anymore.
Yeah, nobody's going anywhere. I haven't seen a single thing about people getting Slurpees.
No, if there was...
Hey! 2 years ago, we went and tried to get the Slurpees together.
Wait, and it didn't work?
Isn't that true?
We tried?
Yeah, we were in those cars. Ava was involved.
Did we try and fail? What do you mean we tried?
I think that they only do it till 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah? What happened? Did we just buy them?
11. What?
Did we buy them afterwards?
I didn't even, I don't like them.
No, they should do it from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. if they're going to do it at all.
The Slurpees they give you for free are the small size, and that size is maybe $1.
Yeah. And then I feel and grab lots of free the little extra shots of caffeine you can put in your coffee.
Yeah, I used to drink those.
Yeah, what, she grabbed like a huge chunk of them because she was annoyed. And then I think those existed near where I was for a while.
Yeah. That would have. All these things. Just keep thinking like good things from the past, or how I was like very excited about just a free Slurpee. I'd be like, it's free Slurpee day! Hey everybody! Like, what's the news today? I'm like, it's free Slurpee day! Let's go do this whimsical consumerism thing. Or like, I'm gonna go walk around the mall. Especially with this. With here on the program, I've always just like focusing on like the minutia of culture of our like a little American culture, and like that's just like I almost am like these days thinking about that all that stuff was like that those crazy people were right and how that was like a placation to keep us in line. And now I'm like, oh, maybe it was, but I was happy. I was happy to be placated. It was working. I was placated.
I feel like you can't give up on the joy that it brought you, and the reason, and like the pieces behind that are valid. Just because, like, I really enjoyed that thing, and they're like, they created that thing to control you. It's like, well, can't we have that thing without being controlled somehow? Like it's nice.
I'm like, I didn't think I minded it, or I was like.
Yeah.
I'm like, people are like, they're like, they're feeding you and they're giving you this like TV and food and then that's it, and then that's all you have. It's like, what else do I want? What else? They're like, they're giving you TV and food and then you don't do anything. It's like, yeah, it's true. So.
And maybe art.
Huh?
I think art.
Oh yeah, but I got plenty. I guess I got plenty of that. Maybe I had that more than other people, so then it was easier to live. So at least I had another level of this. What's for dinner, Freddie?
Oh, I got a burrito.
Taco truck?
Ramirez to go.
Oh, Ramirez open downtown?
No, the one on the west side.
Like in the gas station?
Yeah.
Well,
Ramirez is like requiring masks, but in the gas station, while I was like outside waiting for my burrito to be ready, I saw so many like maskless people that I was like, wow, don't go to this gas station if you're trying to get anything. It was freaky. That part was scary.
Why'd you go to the Ramirez instead of the truck?
Oh no, it was with Madeline. We like their spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that place.
Spicy chicken burritos are really good.
Wait, is it in the gas station or is it separate?
It's separate from the gas station, so you don't actually have to like deal with the gas station at all. You haven't been in there?
I have not been in there in many years.
Oh, you go to the taco truck instead.
I always just go to the truck because I know the truck is there, so I never end up going to Ramirez. But I really did. I was eating a lot of Ramirez.
Downtown?
Yeah. I was going there like.
It's good stuff.
I was going there like more days than not. Like I was going there like 5 days a week, basically.
Wow. Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh man.
I do have something to say about the past slightly. So today is the September 11th, and 8 years ago today it was the second to last episode in the studio in Angie's garage. And so, like, at 2 a.m. tonight for us currently, where it's going to be 2 a.m. on the 12th. It's actually the last day in Angie's studio, so that's airing on CCTV tonight for people looking on YouTube. And
then we're going to go mobile after that?
What's that?
And then we'll go mobile for a while? Is that what, right?
This has already been mobile. I think mobile was before Angie's studio, and we, like, landed at Angie's studio after the mobile thing. We're actually going to Sadie's garage after that.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. That's like
That's the 8.
What year is that? 8 years ago, so it's 2012. Cause Sadie's garage is where we met Charlie and Carl and Lisa.
Yeah. And that's like we're still only less than 2 years into the program at that point, because it's like September 19th, 2010. September 19th, 2011, and we haven't got there in 2012 yet. That's like not even 2 years.
I'm I'm like losing my mind. Like it's like all the times, like any other time. It's like, remember when like the time, it's like feel like I've been today. I don't know why today more than other days, but I feel like I'm like mourning like the death of my like old society, and how it's like I didn't. Maybe I did appreciate it when it was there. I like loved McDonald's and when I did all this stuff, and now like going to movies. I saw so many movies. Like every day I was going to movies, or like more than once a week, and it's just like it's just like it's like you can imagine it's like going to the grave of old society or something. Like, is it gonna?
This is something people deal with. Like, I feel like people who were in what was it, like Russia, when it was the Soviet Union or something like that. You talk to them about what life was like, and they like reminisce about the way that it was, and it can never be that way again. And I feel like maybe I thought you were wrong, honestly, to begin with. You're like, we're never going back. Like, at the very beginning of the coronavirus, I said, you were like, I think society will never go back to the way that it was. And I told you that it would. And this is like just a temporary thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Now, I think you're right. I think maybe, which makes the program a very important document, too.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I'm like thinking about making moves to get rid of the studio.
Really?
Like, I mean, it's just like at this point for me, it's an expensive storage unit, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna want to go back there.
Really?
And I'm considering, like, I don't know, but I feel like I'm making moves towards like becoming a basement person. I'm like gonna like gather all my belongings and like go live in my grandmother's garage, and like hide, like for free, and then like hide. You know, like quit life and hide in the garage, but I could still do the program out of there. But like,
then you could go. She could be on it.
Yeah, the grandma could be on the program and just like stay home, never leave the house, just like grandma, and live in the garage, and then like move the studio, like get rid of the studio because it's like this like expensive ghost, but it's a big storage unit. There's lots of stuff in there, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna want to go back. But we'll think about it. How's the production end going?
It's going really good. Thanks to the streaming on like straight to YouTube, we actually are creating files on YouTube that if I download them, I can submit them straight to playback. So that's been really that really helped. And so we're actually caught up until August 4th or something like that on both 11:30 and 2 a.m. And it's actually a really exciting point in the 2 a.m. episodes. I feel like this is like there's a lot of really exciting episodes. We recently just had like the Myco Fest. A lot of like early James and Alex stuff has been happening.
Oh yeah, I guess I should be watching that stuff.
Yeah, remember when like when Alex chases Lewis around with the like Jesus picture?
Yeah, I do.
That episode is coming up pretty soon, you know. So like this is like this is a really kind of a fun time. Oh, actually, yeah. On the morning of the 15th, we're going to be screening Antichrist the Satanist with like remember that episode 666, episode 666.
Yeah, he was on 666. That's pretty good.
He literally just came into the Daily Hour, or he came into what's that, Gene?
My ex-housemate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
for 3 years?
He was on the program a long time ago before he lived with you, before the kids, just talking about Satanism and stuff.
Freddie, would you ever consider posting in the comments of the daily present ones something about a link to the past ones that are going to be airing?
I like to do that, yeah. I can, I'll do that with today's episode. I'll put that in there.
Especially,
we can see what it is. Because I do have a thing with, 4 years ago. I'll add an 8 years ago one, too. Yeah, because there should be the links. Definitely.
Well, we're getting down to it. We only have about a minute left. So thanks, Andrew and Grandma and Gene and Freddie. Thank you. I think I don't think we're talking to anybody else today. Made it through another day. I guess tomorrow it's going to be 5 o'clock. You know, these days I've been doing the program. When I start the program, it's the daytime, and when I end the program, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
So it's like
We're crawling back.
Yeah.
Back to the normal time.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, hey, now it's nighttime, so now it's nighttime after this thing is done. But tomorrow I'm going to be doing the show at 5 o'clock on Sundays, and then back to the other time again for the foreseeable future. And I guess I'm going to keep this, like, doing this thing again. Like, sometimes when it gets real dark, I'm like, well, if I do quit doing other things, am I even, like, allowed to do this? You know, like if I am not, like, being a functional member of society in other ways, it's like, well, I'm quitting. If I quit this thing, can I quit this other thing too? Like, do I not have an obligation to quit this if I quit other things? It's hard to navigate. So we'll see how it goes. But what's the future going to hold? For now, I don't know. Every time, usually when with a bare mention of people go, what? So I don't.
No, yeah, you definitely shouldn't quit this. But
yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I understand your questioning, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna get this. It's the end of the show. We made it.
Night. Any earlier, that'd be great. Now
how about tomorrow, 5 o'clock?
Tomorrow's gonna be 5 o'clock. But
I know.
You might. I mean, if you wanna like do a time, we could like arrange other times. Maybe on a Tuesday we could do it earlier too, if you want. Potentially, because I mean, not. I don't think too many people are really looking forward to the 8:45 times, but
yeah.
All right.
I think you're right.
Here's the.
It's nice to have it regular, but we definitely can schedule special episodes, Gene. That would be good.
Yeah.
Kenny, what did you face over today? What date?
I don't know. Thanks for watching. It's Saturday. Ghost. Freddy, Ghost. TCTV charts. What are you doing? Check it out. YDHWM.com. Yeah. 360-364-384. Call me a message. Get on TV. Well, Ice Avenue. Maybe going away. Or it's an expensive storage unit. UFO PI, it's a good song, thank you. TCTV, La Bebe, Jordy Fabulous, Graham, South Spot, College, John Mutker, Thurston County, Washington State, USA, thank you. And viewers this you're watching, thank you. Hell yeah, dog. Bye.
Bye, Gene. Bye, program. Bye, everybody.